Welcome to the channel Adventures with Angel. Like, share, comment, and please subscribe. What are black-eyed kids? Starting from one well-publicized report of black-eyed children by Brian Bethel back in the late 90s, more and more reports of creepy children have started rolling in. This has many people looking for their answers as to what are black-eyed kids. In short, black-eyed kids or alternative black-eyed children are entities of unknown origin that approach individuals and request or demand entry into their homes or vehicles. They appear as children, usually ranging from the ages of about 8 to late teens, and their defined physical characteristics is that their eyes are solid black with no white showing. What black-eyed children want is open to debate, but it is likely not good. History on the black-eyed kids sightings and reports on encounters people have had with them. History of black-eyed children. Reports of encounters that may have been black-eyed kids have been found going back over 100 years. The first solid modern report of a true black-eyed kid encounter is that of Brian Bethel's his encounter of meeting black-eyed children outside of a movie theater has been reposted countless times across the internet. The description of the black-eyed kids, while the details of individuals' black-eyed children encounters varies, there are some general commonalities. These are what we use in classifying encounters with entities between a black-eyed kid encounter and, say, shadow person. They come in groups of 2 to 4 individuals. They appear to be between 8 years old and late teens. They wear clothes that are outdated or wrong for the season. They speak oddly, as if it isn't their native language. They're very demanding and pushing. Request entry into a home, car, life in some way. After exhibiting psychic powers, they can disrupt and affect electrical devices, and they have an aura that scares and disturbs animals. What do black-eyed kids want? What exactly black-eyed kids want is highly contested. It is clear that they want permission to enter our lives in some way, but to do what end? There are occasional reports of people that have let them in and live, but they are very rare, and in those cases, the people are usually fled shortly after letting them in. There is one account where a couple let the children in and let them stay until what was their parents arrived to pick them up. While nothing directly happened, they attribute a series of bad events to their encounter, including the husband getting cancer. What are black-eyed kids? Unlike many paranormal phenomenon, black-eyed children encounters leave us wondering not just why they are there and what they want, but what exactly are they? Here are a few of more common ideas as to what black-eyed kids and where do they come from. Demons. Because they seem to need permission to gain entry into our lives in some way. One theory is that these are demonic entities. The act of asking to be let into a house or a car, needing to invite a vampire into your home before it can enter. Perhaps in some way these creatures need to gain some sort of entry into our energy before they can do whatever they need to do. In any case, encounter with black-eyed kids always has negative consequences of some sort. Sickness, accidents, and so on are common after even brushing with them. Alien hybrids. Possibility. Because black-eyed kids have solid black eyes and because gray aliens are reported to have solid black eyes, some people think that black-eyed kids might be some sort of alien-human hybrid. This could account for their psychic ability, difficult with their speech, and of course their eyes. It doesn't explain their motive though. What would they gain by causing harm to humans' lives? Another tie to the alien and UFO phenomenon is that the out-of-place clothing. the unusual speech patterns, and their ability to be places they shouldn't be and then disappear quickly echoes much of what we hear of men in black, which are thought to be possible. Be aliens operative of some sort. Supporting this is in the case where the couple let the kids in. The parents that they called to pick them up were a couple of men in suits, something else. There is a chance that black-eyed kids are something completely unique or an entity that we can't classify. The odds mix of traits need for entry and the resulting damage to people's lives is incredibly unique. We know they are solid entities, unlike shadow people and ghosts. We also know that they don't appear in homes uninvited like ghosts or demons. The encounters with the black-eyed kids. Here is a list of encounters with the black-eyed children that should put some chill in your bone. Black-eyed children report from someone who let them in. Psychic black-eyed kids. Black-eyed kids encounter the Brian Bethel, the black-eyed kids. Black-eyed adult in Texas. Psychic black-eyed kids encounter Portland. Black-eyed kids in New York. Black-eyed kids encounter. Black-eyed kids encounter in the night. Black-eyed kids terrorize hiker in Michigan. And the white-eyed kids terrorize brother. The black-eyed kids give man cancer. Northwood black-eyed kids encounter in Portland. They let black-eyed children into their home. Final thoughts on the black-eyed children. Most people write black-eyed kids off as creepypasta and fun, scary stories to read. People that report seeing scary things that they think are black-eyed kids, most are likely something else. But some definitely fit the profile for the black-eyed kids. While it is reasonable that some or even most of what people report is fiction, the reality is that it is unlikely that all of them are fabrications. That leaves us with the reality that while rare, there are children in odd clothes with jet black eyes stalking us. Have you ever encountered black-eyed children? If you have encountered something strange and think it might have been black-eyed children, let me know about it in the comments down below.